So we're here today with Jesus Cisneros, who is actually running for the 2nd District seat. And we just wanted to ask people, what were some of your thoughts about tonight's debate? Jesus, what do you think about tonight's debate? Did you enjoy being part of the process? Do you think it was fair?
I do believe it was fair. I did know at the end I was turned bipartisan because they wanted to make sure I said I was a Republican. And yes, I am a proud Republican. But at the end, I want what's best for the people. I don't want people just to see me as a Republican. I want people to see me as a person that wants to help everybody, wants to help the community. I want stuff that no other candidate has ever talked about, that no candidate wants. I want school buses. We don't have school buses now. We only have school buses because the state demands it for the handicap and for the kids that are special ed. We don't have general school buses for the rest of the population. Some of the kids want to go to different schools. They want to go to better schools like McBride or whatnot, but they can't. We have a lot of single mothers, and it's so hard for the single mothers to get their kids to school. They have 2, 3 kids. They have to get to work at a certain time, and we don't have any school buses. That's one. Number 2, something no one talks about is daycares. We need daycares. We need more after-school programs. We do have some now, but they're state-funded. So what's going to happen when the state decides to not fund them anymore? So what's going to happen? That's education. These are just basics. Number 3, something that no one talks about and someone that's scared to talk about. It's parking citations and abolishing parking meters. That's totally revolutionary. But you know what? When people are living on a fixed income, when college students, when seniors, when people that don't make 90, 100 grand a year, they can't afford to be paying $75 tickets all the time. Not only that, all these citations, what they do is that they harm business. How many times have you driven around the block over and over trying to visit your favorite grocery store, your favorite liquor store, your favorite dry cleaners or whatnot? Those little small stores, people can't go. If you can't find parking because you have to pay, you don't have the money to pay it, you know, it's hard. It's something else that I'm fighting for and that no one else is fighting for. And it's awkward because these are basics. These are just basics that we want, is adult schooling. Not everybody goes to college. Not everybody qualifies for college or can afford college. What about adult schools? We have one adult school. One adult school for 600,000 people. What do adult schools do? They provide a second chance. A second chance for people that maybe came out of jail. Maybe for single mothers that concentrated on raising their kids and now they want a better job, but they can't go to college. They also provide ESL classes for our population, that we have people that speak Spanish and they want to learn English, or people that speak Cantonese, or people that speak Cambodian. Once again, we only have one adult school. How do we have that for 600,000 people? Adult schools, what they also do is have trades. We have a lot of big buildings coming. We have a lot of projects coming up. They all need workers. They need welders that make 60, 70, 80 grand a year. They need electricians. They need plumbers. They need construction workers. The trades can supply that. Once again, not everybody goes to college. Not everybody can afford college or qualifies for college. So why not invest in adult schools? That's what I want. I want basics. So I know everybody's talking about being progressive and apps and phone apps, and they want to make it a smart city, but we can't get there till we supply the basics, which is jobs, which is education, school buses. And one more thing about jobs. I'm the only one that's saying if you're going to build in Long Beach, you're going to hire from Long Beach. So this is what I mean. We have a building coming. We know about a year in advance how many construction workers it's going to need. And of course, not everybody here is a construction worker, a plumber, a welder, electrician, a roofer, a painter, a plasterer. Not everybody does that. But there is a lot of people that need jobs. So now what I want to do is build the adult schools that are going to train you and also get you into the unions. So this is what the unions do. The only thing you have to do to join the union is be 18. It doesn't matter if you didn't graduate high school. It doesn't matter if you've been in jail. It doesn't matter if you have experience or no experience. So what a union does is they're going to make you an apprentice. They pay you. They already pay you to train you. So before the project even starts, you're already training. So by the time the job actually gets here, which is the big building or the big stadium or whatever they're going to build, you already have a lot of people that are trained for that job. So now guess what? You don't have to leave Long Beach. You don't have to move to the desert, to Palmdale, Lancaster, Moreno Valley, or Riverside. You can actually afford to stay here. Because yes, I agree with rent control, but rent control is a little tiny band-aid. The only thing rent control does is solve the problem for a few days, for a few months, for a few years, because they're going to keep on fighting the developers. They're going to keep on fighting it. If you realize what the last city council did was they shied away and they voted against rent control. You know, at the end they made a big deal because they helped one apartment building, but we're not helping just one apartment building. We want to help everybody.
So do you support rent control?
I do support rent control, but I support something else more, jobs. Because instead of me giving you the fish and you getting used to the government giving you the fish all the time, which I call rent control, I want to teach you how to fish. So if you learn how to fish by yourself, you're not gonna depend on nobody. You're not gonna depend on the government. So now if you have a good paying job, you don't have to depend on rent control or on the city council or on the mayor. You don't have to depend on the government. You can say, hey, you know what? Now I have a good career. So now I don't have to concentrate on the government or these politicians. Now I'm making 60, 70, 80, 90,000 a year because I have a good paying job. Now I have a second chance because we have adult schools, we have trades, and also IT. Let's get back into IT. Let's bring that here with the adult schools and also with the trades.
Now, I have a question about the school buses that you mentioned and the trade schools. Do you imagine that it would be the private sector or the public sector who would be running these school buses and these trade schools?
I think we should lead by example and we should start first. I think the city should start first. Let's not go privatize everything yet. Okay, maybe later on in the future we can join together, make a bond and work it, but it's the city's job right now to do it. For God's sakes, it's a school bus. It's something so simple. People are talking about road diets and other stuff when once again, we don't have the basics. We don't. One of the gentlemen up there earlier, another debate, he was talking about applications for parking. I'm like, okay, so we need school buses, we need trade schools, we need this, we need that, and you're talking about an app. Like seriously, not everybody has an app. Not everybody has an app for that. You know, before it was a big deal. Now it's like, it's just there. So let's concentrate on the basics. I'm just trying to bring it back to basics. So one more time, don't see me just as a Republican. See me as somebody from here, somebody that cares, somebody that has way different ideas. But these are basic ideas that we all need.
Do you feel that mentioning that you're a Republican or identifying as a Republican alienates you from the progressive base of the 2nd District and of most voters?
I think it does, and it helps me in a way. Let me tell you why. Because I stand out. Because when everybody else is talking about the same ideas, the same thing, sounding like a robot, that doesn't really work. But when you have somebody that has different ideas, because we do need different ideas, because the same ideas have been practiced here in Long Beach forever, and they haven't worked. There's more homeless now. There's less jobs. Crime is going up the last year and a half. State of the city, they said, oh, crime is down for the last 10 years. Yes, if you compare it to 10 years ago, but if you look at the chart, the last year, it's been going up. We have arson, which is people setting fires. We have rape. That's a lot. I have sisters and a mother and I have aunts and I care about the women of the city. No one's talking about the rapes going up and it's a horrible crime. We have shootings. How many times have you not seen shootings? And they're all over the place and no one's talking about that. You know, no one's really talking about that. So yes, as a Republican and as a proud Republican, I do stand out, but I do have different views. So maybe it's time for different views. We already tried everything that the Democrats have tried, so maybe give a Republican a chance. What do you have to lose? If nothing has changed in the last 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years, nothing has changed, then hey, maybe it's time to give somebody else a chance. Maybe it's somebody else. You don't have to change your political party. You can just still vote for me for who I am, who I stand for. And at the end, I want the best for people. I really just want the best for the people. I grew up here just like everybody else. I'm just tired of it. You know, I woke up one day and I don't want anything more than city council. A lot of people want to move up. Some people want to be lieutenant governor and move up and do this and do that. No, you know what? I care about my people in my district. I care about Long Beach. That's all I want. You know, they're only paying 30-something thousand a year. That's not much. I'm gonna suffer. I might have to even downgrade and maybe sell my place, you know, because $30,000 a year to run the city is not much. So I'm not doing it for the money. I'm not doing it for the political party. I'm just doing it because I'm tired. I'm just a common person that says, hey, you know what? It's not working. Let's try something else. And you have to be outspoken. And I love this beautiful country. This is the only beautiful country where you can do that, where somebody ordinary like me just can rise up and make change. Only in a place like this can you do that. In other countries, you can't. The moment you're vocal or you're different or you're from a different political party, you can go to jail. You can get hurt. You can die. And here, only in this country, can this kid from the hood be a Republican. And, you know, being Latino as a Republican, it's difficult enough because people are like, hey, you're a traitor. You're this, you're that. I'm like, no, at the end, I want what's best for the people. So once again, don't see me as a Republican. See me as somebody that's fighting for you, fighting for the people.
And where can people find out more about your campaign?
Easy. So we're going to go back to Instagram, or you can call me or text me or email me. I don't have a fancy website. I really don't. And that's one of the things I got attacked on, saying, hey, you're not serious because you don't have a website. But you know what, dude? I go door knocking. I talk to the people at home. I talk to the single mothers that are home during the day. I talk to the elderly. I talk to the people in the parks. I walk around everywhere and say, hey, because they get to know me better. Because once again, not everybody's on a website. Yeah, the younger people are. I respect the younger people, my college people, you know, the ones that work so hard. But what about the other people that are now on the internet? So they can, if they want to call me, and I'm giving my personal number, which is scary because I get harassed so bad being a Republican.
Throw it down.
My number is 562-472-5271. You can call me, you can text me, you can send me long voicemails talking, saying some bad stuff. You can email me. It's LB for Long Beach, LB Cisneros 2020 at gmail.com. So lbcisneros at 2020.com. Instagram, it's LB Cisneros 2020 at Instagram. Or you can just see me, 330 West Ocean Boulevard. Scary, that's my address. But people have been...
Is that the Blackstone apartment?
That's the Blackstones.
I used to live in the Blackstone myself.
Congrats.
All right. All right, so...
Long Beach.
That's great. Jesus Cisneros, everybody. He's running for the Long Beach City Council, 2nd District. Thank you, Jesus. Appreciate it. God bless you.